be necessary for you to invite someone this morning. We are coming to you live from the state of Pennsylvania, the city of brotherly love and sisterly affection. And that place is called Philadelphia. And this morning, we're going to be looking at the universities of Liberia. The president, the new president of the university, riding $65,000 cars, where the majorities of the people are seated in a building that is not conducive. Honorable Patrick Horner, the Punch FN family, I salute all of you guys this morning. This morning, we also intend to talk about press freedom in our country. The president that has been perceived by the people that he is peaceful, that this man is actually an ambassador of peace. What we are now experiencing in our country, the suspension and also the Eton loan agreement, we have document in our possession that make the company to be a book of company, a company that have been struck off from the registry in Singapore, a company that don't have website, a company that don't also have a office space.
Liberia is crying out, no matter who lose. Liberia still crying out, no matter who's right.
Honorable Achi Sano for the Kutubu Sheri, a member of the CDC. My Mary grandchild, Fidel. Let me salute you guys this morning.
We want peace in Liberia, peace in Monrovia, and Babylon shall not rise again. Babylon shall not rise.
To put Charles Taylor behind bars for creating and aiding and abetting the atrocities, that was a very difficult situation to do in Liberia and actually in West Africa. And we did it. We followed the rule of law, we presented evidence, but you gather facts. So whatever people tell you, you have to always verify and check it. So this is what I heard, and he mentioned it, and it's not a question of whether it's WIA or it's Brunskin or whoever it may be. It's a question of following the facts. And these allegations surfaced to me. This is what I was asked. It's been reported significantly the corruption of the current administration, from the money that was allegedly embezzled from the National Oil Commission, from a full accounting of the Ebola funding. I've talked to people, the Ministry of Health said that the money came in there, but the NGOs that I've talked to said they never saw any money. It's not a question of casting aspersions, but there's been this simmering of corruption allegations for a long time. So to cut to the chase, what I was told by an individual that talked directly to one of her sons, the president's sons, was that what the deal that was cut with WIA is, number one, that he would never come after him for any political corruption or graft.
Really?
First of all. Second of all, there would be no war crimes tribunal. As you all know, in the TRC, there is reference. I know all too well what her involvement was and what it wasn't. That's not what I'm here to talk about today. But thirdly, which is a very important issue, is that her son Robert had run for political
Senate.
office before
For Senate.
and was defeated
Was
soundly.
defeated by WIA.
So WIA had promised, so I'm told, and I talked to people and confirmed to the extent that I believe there to be some validity to it.
But do you
that he would
consider that
vacate.
type of evidence, frankly, incontrovertible? Not liable to falter?
Since you're asking me, and this was brought up, I have not yet proven. I'm just telling you what I was able to uncover. But that the vacated seat of his position in Montserrado County, he would appoint
At
Robert.
that point, he would get his supporters.
He would
We will
endorse.
get his support because there's nothing that when it comes to votes that Robert Salif has, but we has votes when it comes to Montserrado County. So if there's any deal at all, that could be there. That's where we will come in.
Very interesting, very interesting. But
We sell it that the big papa cut the deal. Made an agreement with Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Get me in power. I will not bring war crime code. Bring me in power or give me in power. I will actually listen to you. That's what happened between Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and that of Josh Mann. We are. Give me in power. There will be no TRC report implemented. Give me power, and I will not investigate the Ebola fund. And so give me that power. And that's the reason why we are called the coalitions, because we are here to listen to you. And as far as we upgrade your government 80%, so that means Ellen Johnson Sirleaf did extremely well in the interest of the Liberian people.
We got me again. We was the winners game. We got me again. Coalition for democratic change. Now the whole country champion they coming so. You better move on the road. I say you better move your vote. You big Paris and get away.
While the majority of our people are living in abject poverty, the president of the University of Liberia, Dr. Weeks, are seeing it necessary to purchase $65,000 vehicle, while the AB building, other buildings on the campuses of the universities of Liberia is actually in poor maintenance condition.
Celebrate. Where most go corridor. Go there is a wonderful day. We'll celebrate. We'll celebrate. It's a beautiful day. We'll celebrate. We'll celebrate. We'll celebrate.
Everything getting tough in our country. A country called Liberia. Everything is going backward. Liberia is a country wherein we're supposed to be moving forward. Now we are going back to the 80s.
Brothers International, y'all. Team feeling we in a race. Team we feeling we in a race. Everybody look at it. Feeling we in a race.
Y'all moving on the road because we coming in.
Honorable Martin Colette,
We coming there,
we say good morning. Abraham Diallo, good morning from all the way Washington. Yeah, we will deal with the government this morning. We just play you the clip and we will play it again. We've been saying it that there was a deal struck between Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and that of President Josh Mann. Give me power. I will not bring TRC, not even the war crime code, not even the economic crime code. And so sponsor my campaign. Let me take power. Don't get power to Joseph Newman Boakai. Give us the power because we are thirsty to serve our people. And after that, we will not bring no TRC.
They say the people why I don't put in there in the spot. They get a big enough to see rapping get rap the king. Can I get away? And it's about the end your space. I gotta go with plugging. CDC now take it. DC, CDC, we the champion team. Boom,
You Jezo. Ruling party, you're in trouble.
Charles Taylor behind bars for creating and aiding and abetting the atrocities. That was a very difficult situation to do in Liberia and actually in West Africa. And we did it. We followed the rule of law, we presented evidence, but you gather facts. So whatever people tell you, you have to always verify and check it. So this is what I heard, and he mentioned it, and it's not a question of whether it's WIA or it's Brunskin or whoever it may be. It's a question of following the facts. And these allegations surfaced to me. This is what I was asked. It's been reported significantly the corruption of the current administration, from the money that was allegedly embezzled from the National Oil Commission, from a full accounting of the Ebola funding. I've talked to people, the Ministry of Health said that the money came in there, but the NGOs that I've talked to said they never saw any money. It's not a question of casting aspersions, but there's been this simmering of corruption allegations for a long time. So to cut to the chase, what I was told by an individual that talked directly to one of her sons, the president's sons, was that what the deal that was cut with WIA is, number one, that he would never come after him for any political corruption or graft.
Really?
First of all. Second of all, there would be no war crimes tribunal. As you all know, in the TRC, there is reference. I know all too well what her involvement was and what it wasn't. That's not what I'm here to talk about today. But thirdly, which is a very important issue, is that her son Robert had run for political office before and was defeated soundly.
By WIA.
So WIA had promised, so I'm told, and I talked to people and confirmed to the extent that I believe there to be some validity to it.
But do you
that
consider that type of evidence, frankly, incontrovertible? Not liable to falter?
Since you're asking me, and this was brought up, I have not yet proven, I'm just telling you what I was able to uncover, but that the vacated seat of his position in Montserrado County, he would appoint
he would get his supporters.
He would
get his support, because there's nothing that, when it comes to votes, that Robert Salif has. But WIA has votes when it comes to Montserrado County. So if there's any deal at all, that could be there. That's where WIA will come in.
Very interesting, very interesting. But
let me welcome you this morning to the Abraka Talk Show. I am your lead host, Mzai Abraham K. Kamara. This morning we intend to go into the issues to discuss. You are our audience. You will be given the time for you to be able to call here. One good thing that we did yesterday, the Abraka Talk Show was able to uncover that their entire loan, the Atom Financial Loan Agreement, is a fake loan. It is a loan that is not in the interest of our people. The Atom loan. How can you be giving loan to a country and then you asking for collateral, wherein China and other countries are willing to give us loan? The first thing first, the people are talking about roll. But our question is, what is the blueprint? What is the blueprint? From where to where are you going to be constructing this road? What is the benefit? How are we going to generate the funds from the road that you intend to invest in? Through the feasibility study, have you realized that before putting toll booth on the road, have you realized or have you done your background check for you to be able to know how many vehicles will be flying on that road? Have you actually done your background check? Do you know how many people intend to benefit? How long will it take us to generate the fundings? Wherein vast majority of the people are unemployed and vast majorities of the people are unemployable. And then you are dubiously, Nicodemously telling our people that all you want is roll. When our people are living in Aja poverty, the well-being of our people has not been looked at. The company has said, like I said, and I will continue to say, the company was struck out. One of the reasons in Singapore, one of the reasons why they struck the company, or this company had been dormant. This company had been dormant over the periods of time. So in such, they decided for us to give the money back to where we take it from, because I am convinced that the money is the Liberian people money. I am convinced that the Ayrton loan is probably some of the money that Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and her family took from the Liberian people covers. You remember prior to the campaign, huge amount left from the central bank. Up to present, this government has not been able to bring to book those that were involved in the issues of corruption. And the international community is actually watching. The international community carrying on their investigation day by day to see what happens to the Liberian people money, where this money went. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, prior to her leaving office, Ellen did not declare her asset. That is, we will not just be talking only to the citizens to be declaring their asset, but the former president, prior to her leaving office, she refused to declare her asset. Even the Robert Sirleaf, they talk about that this man was serving pro bono. He was doing free work. But yet a man who was doing free work presided over millions of dollars, mismanaged the resources of the Liberian people. But the CDC government have come to power, refuse to order these people, refuse to bring these individuals to book. One of the reasons is because the CDC government went into a serious agreement with Ellen Johnson Sirleaf that gave me power. We will not investigate what happened to the Ebola funds. I'm reckoning. This government is not serious and should not be taken seriously. Look, every serious government, the Chinese government, make it clear to us that we are willing to give you guys loan. But before giving the loan, we want to see a blueprint. Where in other countries are going to take loan, Liberia, we are going to take chicken tea. Look at the country Guinea. So can someone stop Liberia? Look at Ghana. Ghana have been taking money from China. The Chinese government have continued to ask us that the only thing they need is the blueprint on how you intend to use the resources, how you intend to use the money that will be given. But the Liberian people has refused. Their CDC-led government, this calamity that God have given us, the international embarrassment that God has given us, President Weah is not serious and should not be taken seriously. This president, whole interest is to enrich themselves. The first family is to be rich from the covers, from the Liberian people resources. The first lady has started building her mansions. All along she was in New York, eating uncontrollable chicken, drinking drinks. That lady never went back to the Liberian people to sympathize with us. At the time, Liberian people needed a help during the Ebola crisis. But our president continued to do things that will hurt the Liberian people. Look at the university. The president of the University of Liberia, this lady is insensitive to mankind. Look at the campuses of the university. When students are continuing to struggle, the bus system have been destroyed. But the same people to suffer, the masses, children. The fees of a course have been always increased. At the state-run university, the act that created the universities of Liberia make us to know that the University of Liberia students will contribute 10%. That 10% will be registration fees. It is a right for a man. It's not a privilege for a man. The Constitution make it clear. It is our right to be educated in our country. Education in our country is a right. It's not a privilege. The universities of Liberia should be sponsored by the central government. And that is the reason why, even including Firestone, the FQ building was built by the Firestone. That is their way of contributing to the academic sojourn of our institution, or if not, our people. This lady was appointed, confirmed by the board. And who are the members of those board? The vice president is a member, or she was a member of the board. Major decision at the level of the universities of Liberia, Joan Howard Taylor, she was one of the persons that presided during the meeting to increase school fees at the level of the universities of Liberia. A woman who is in the interest, as the people of Bon County have always been fooling themselves and continue to fool vast majorities of the people with an archaic idea, where in the world where in vast majorities of the people are living in urgent poverty less than $1 a day, when vast majorities of our people are unemployed, and then you go to increase the school fees. How you expect our comrades, our compeers, to be able to pay their fees? Look at the building, the TH building. Look at the FQ. Look at the campus. At the end result, vast majorities of our people are living in, they are sitting in a building that is not conducive for the learning atmosphere. And the people of our country are happy. The next thing that I want to talk about is the issues of Jefferson coaching. Look, if you guys are not able to manage the welfare of our people, if you guys are unable to conduct the affairs of our country, it is prudent now we are asking the president to revoke the appointment of Madam Pearson. It's a gross violation to our law. Madam Pearson is not to be on the board of NOCA. LPRC also need to be regulated. Madam Pearson need to be removed, and removed now. The woman need to also be audited. Madam Pearson and the likes of Robert Seli, they are the one that mismanage the resources of our country. And President Weah decided to appoint this lady. The law make it clear that when it comes to the issues of NOCA, you should have Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Lands and Mines. When the Ministry of Lands and Mines is there, by law, you have to have Ministry of Lands and Mines and that of Ministry of Finance and Economic Planning. As a member of the board, when the Ministry of Petroleum is established by the Sea Act, will be replaced by the Ministry of Lands and Mines will be replaced by Ministry of Petroleum. That has not been done. The law make us to understand that we should also have people with integrity. Child Gibson lack the moral integrity. Child Gibson is a 419 lawyer, or if not counselor. This is the guy that took his client money and at the end result refused to do the work. Our people are living in abject poverty. And for us, we will continue. Look at the US rate. Can someone tell us what is happening in our country? Can someone be fair to tell us what is going on in our country? Liberia, someone said we need prayer. No. No, we don't need prayer. It have come to a point where I have decided not to pray again when it comes to the issues of helping our country. The Muslims fasted about whole 1 month. Other people also fasted. But the Liberian people went to the ballot box to elect someone who is not in the interest of our country. Look at the way things are going on in our country. Look at those that presiding over the wealth of our country. Keep your call coming on 215.
To put Charles Taylor behind bars for creating and aiding and abetting the atrocities, that was a very difficult situation to do in Liberia and actually in West Africa. And we did it. We followed the rule of law, we presented evidence, but you gather facts. So whatever people tell you, you have to always verify and check it. So this is what I heard, and he mentioned it, and it's not a question of whether it's WIA or it's Brumskin or whoever it may be. It's a question of following the facts. And these allegations surfaced to me. This is what I was asked. It's been reported significantly the corruption of the current administration, from the money that was allegedly embezzled from the National Oil Commission, from a full accounting of the Ebola funding. I've talked to people, the Ministry of Health said that the money came in there, but the NGOs that I've talked to said they never saw any money. It's not a question of casting aspersions, but there's been this simmering of corruption allegations for a long time. So to cut to the chase, what I was told by an individual that talked directly to one of her sons, the president's sons, was that what the deal that was cut with WIA is, number one, that he would never come after him for any political corruption or graft.
Really?
First of all. Second of all, there would be no war crimes tribunal. As you all know, in the TRC, there is reference. I know all too well what her involvement was and what it wasn't. That's not what I'm here to talk about today. But thirdly, which is a very important issue, is that her son Robert had run for political office before and was defeated soundly.
By WIA.
So WIA had promised, so I'm told, and I talked to people and confirmed to the extent that I believe there to be some validity to it.
But do you
that
consider
he would
that type of evidence, frankly, incontrovertible? Not liable to falter? Since you're asking me, and this was brought up, I have not yet proven. I'm just telling you what I was able to uncover. But that the vacated seat of his position in Montserrado County, he would appoint.
Not appoint. He would get his supporters.
He would
get his support, because there's nothing that when it comes to
the international community is actually watching. Look to this one. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? Welcome to the Abraka Talk Show. Hello? Hello, caller, what is your name and where are you coming from? Welcome to the Abraka Talk Show.
Hello?
Quickly to the issue.
Hello?
Yeah, you are live. Quickly to the issue. Keep your call coming on 215. We have two numbers on the screen that you can call. Whether you are anywhere, you are entitled to call this morning on 215. 578 1050 651. Look at this one. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? Hello, caller.
Good morning, Kamara. How are you?
I'm good, and how yourself?
Hello?
Yeah, you live. Oh, it's too bad for us this morning. The international community is watching. And for us, we feel so happy to celebrate criminals in our country. We celebrate thieves. We celebrate people that we had no reason or we have no reason celebrating. Our country, vast majorities of the people are living in abject poverty. They have been blamed by this president to not implement the TRC. It is a clear plan that these guys will not implement the War Crime Code. And for us, we will continue to speak on the issues. We will continue to speak day by day. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? Welcome to the Abraga Talk Show. Hello, caller. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, quickly to the issue. It's like the land is giving problem. Quickly to the issue.
Yeah, look, I'm Patrick Ray, and I'm calling from Australia.
Yeah, quickly, Chief.
This corruption thing that we keep hearing about every time with the Liberian government and officials, and with the call for war crimes, I don't think it is actually appropriate right now for the commissioning of war crimes tribunal in Liberia. But what I would suggest is that if Liberia and the Liberian government can summon the courage, because creating a war crimes tribunal, it is associated with a whole lot of money. And I don't think that country, as broad as they claim it is, have the money to conduct a war crimes tribunal. But what I will encourage is for the Liberian government to establish the judiciary system to be independent from interference from legislation, from the executive, from the justice officials as well, and the creation of an economic tribunal. Because many of these warlords and officials that we are talking about that are linked to corruption and heinous crimes, they can be trial in this particular economic crimes court, which equally so can find these guys guilty for economic for corruptions and things, and they can be, sentenced on the same basics as equivalent to a war crime sentencing. Some of those guys can be sentenced found guilty for corruption, sentenced to 30 years, 40 years, 50 years imprisonment, as equally so the war crimes court will do. So I think we should be calling for an economic crimes court that we can be able to recall all these looted properties and money from those names that are known, associated with stealing in that country.
But the president don't want to do any, not even the economic crime code. The president had refused to even declare his own asset.
Yeah, irrespective of that, this is what we need to call for. Because this economic crime code can as well name these very individuals, these warlords and criminals, all these economic charges, and they can be sentenced to the same duration that war crime code will sentence them to. And equally so, we get them back what we've lost in the process. You understand? This is my contribution. We should encourage economic crimes code instead of war crimes code for now, because it will equally be the same thing that it will do. It's just that the name war crimes code, that one would not be on it. But prosecuting them, finding them guilty, confiscating their properties, selling them, giving the proceeds to the government, and sentencing them to a lengthy jail term. I mean, we can get things going.
Thank you, Chief.
You understand? We can get support up, and this is my contribution, man. Thank you very much. I'm following you and Liberian people as well. I know there are critics from all over, but yeah, we're following you. Just take it easy too, because we don't want you to be banned from going to Liberia. So just take it easy, brother. Thank you for taking my call and listening to my own view. I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
The issue of crime. Liberia is one of the countries where people are celebrated. Criminals have been celebrated in my country. In my country, a country that was built by bishops, by well-learned people. Liberia, like people say, was built on Christian principles. The Christian principles today, what we are experiencing, we are experiencing criminal activities in a country where the majorities of the people are suffering. George Madden has refused to improve the life of our people. A country that was built on Christian principle, gazing Nicodemus activity, voodoo activities, has taken complete control over our land. Boyo activity has also taken complete control. And our people, the majorities of our people, our followers, in our country today, if you are not associated with any Masonic society, it's difficult for you to be able to get a job. People now are using sin 1, sin 2. In our country, in a Christian country, a country that was built on Christian principle, people are now involving, women and men are involved into Mia. Mia has taken complete control. For you to get a job now or before, in our country, you needed to use your SIM 2. SIM 2 must be used. I told someone, look, if it will cause for some of us to continue to remain hungry, we will remain hungry then for us to advocate for what we experience that is not in our people's interest. Look at what is happening in our land. The government hear about Punch FM. The Facebook Minister Eugene Facon, and the list of others. They went into a meeting to suspend patriot lesson. The media that was suspended, patriot was a prime target. And we are informed. The international community is actually informed that this government wants to take away press freedom. This government wants to take away press freedom. Can you imagine the president going to bomb and crying to the people that anything I do in the country, you're criticizing me? Look, the 6 months of President Weah is actually almost like 3 years. The president is not in our people's interest. This man came to the presidency actually broke. President Weah came to the presidency broke. Look, it is not a magic that a man who worth 90 million, 85 million, as the seditious have always been saying. What is so difficult for that man to declare his asset? It has been more than 6 months or 5 months. The president has refused to declare his asset. Then you don't want us to speak. Things are actually tough in our land. When it comes to war crankle, the brother don't want to even implement the war crime code. When Jonathan Pelele asked, the guys went against Jonathan, and Jonathan left. What have happened to the killing of that young boy? What have happened? What have happened? The young journalist that was killed. Where is the justice? The people say they're investigating. They're investigating. But up to now, they have not come up to tell us who are the suspects. Our country is doomed. Our country is actually doomed. Our people continue to elect people into power that are not in their interest. Left itself is an interest, my people. The Liberian people are going through tough time. What is propo? What is the government definition for a propo? Where is it? Let's take a short break and we'll be right back.
Soja mama, Uban soja oh mama, Uban soja mama, Uban soja oh mama. Say the little woman you see so, that she born na soja. I say the country woman you lapa, that she born na soja. Uban soja mama, Uban soja oh mama, Uban soja mama, Uban soja oh mama. I say the little woman you see so, that she born na soldier. I say the country woman you lapa, that she born na soldier. From 1847 to 1980, from 1847 to 1980. Some people say soldier be foolish man. All of people say soldier be noble man. But when Master Sergeant came to power, 1980, soldier become minister. Soldier become council member, soldier become ambassador, soldier become superintendent. How you call them? We are gentlemen. So how you call them? We are gentlemen. So how you call them? We are gentlemen. So how you call them? We are gentlemen. Who wants soldier mama? Who wants soldier oh mama? Who wants soldier mama? Who wants soldier oh mama? I say the country woman you see so, that she born a soldier. I say the baby woman you love her, that she born a soldier. From 1847 to 1980, from 1847 to 1980. Some people say soldier be foolish man. All of people say soldier be local man. But when Master Sergeant came to power, 1980, soldier become minister, soldier become council member, soldier become ambassador, soldier become superintendent. So how you got them? We are gentlemen. So how you got them? We are gentlemen. So how you got them? We are gentlemen. Hey, soldier man, we are gentlemen.
Keep your call coming on 215-578-1050 or 651-33-2497. Like we continue to say that our people are going through tough time. What is proper? I want for someone to tell me Where can we find the manifesto of this government? I want for someone to tell me, where can we actually find the blueprint about the so-called road they are about to construct? The people have not make it clear to us. We want to know where. How many lanes are you going to be giving us? How we intend to generate those fundings? The ministry is saying that they want to put toll booth. But do you first of all know how many cars go through where you want to construct the road? Before talking about putting toll booth. You're talking about constructing road. When we lack electricity, we lack water. We lack electricity in a country in this 21st century. Monrovia is not just Liberia. If you were to go in the rural places, in the rural counties, you will get to realize that vast majorities of our people go to bed 5 o'clock. In this 21st century, people go to bed 5 o'clock in my country. The pro-poor governments, they are not a government that we should take serious. Josh Manuel is a 419 president. President Weah is a tree mafia. Look, for you to know, look, have you ever seen the pictures of these guys that are trying to give the loan? Have you seen their photos? All around the world, when Ghana went to discuss the loan with China, you saw the Ghanaian president and the finance minister. They met. Officials from the Ghanaian government. It was all printed in the newspapers in Ghana. In our country, people talking about Ebo loan. We have only seen officials of our Liberian government were seated, drinking drinks, and then they said they were discussing loan. Now the people are asking for Wologisi to be into the deal. But the people of Lofa County, I know they will not sit down to see that happening. Our people are actually suffering and they're going through tough time. Keep your call coming on 215-594-61. 215-578-1050. Keep your call coming now or forever hold your peace. This is a country. Let's see. Now take this. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? Welcome to the Abraka Talk Show.
Yeah, maybe Christy, I'm calling from Virginia.
Quickly, Chief.
Yeah, I just woke up this morning and then listening to your show. You know, I'm one of the regular followers and I'm normally call when it comes to a critical issue affecting our own country. We agree. We're looking at the economic system. Today the rate is around $152. You projected, you say maybe in August, but I say it will be before that because before July, 26, when July 26, sometimes the rate go up. It will be around 200 as we speak. But that one time I called up Xavier Show and I was asking him, I said, you say people want to build road. What is the design of the road? Because the loan, the government addresses too many issues. They're talking about building road. They're talking about hospital without single money. So what would be the durability of that road?
The same government also talking about building mini stadium.
Yeah, on that state loan. So because that money can't even the coastal highway it can't even I don't know how they would do it because you know when they're going to build that road it's the loan is people. So you had the stay, you had everything. So that road I know who one of the engineer who do the design and the kind of the way they want the road because if you build that road at scenic area then you would know that the vehicle and the kind of heavy equipment moving on that road the road would be stable. So where the blueprint? Why somebody? I don't know who the technician or engineer that will come.
The guys just want to eat. My brother, nothing. Look, we all know that before you carry on a project, that's the reason why the Chinese government, the international community, not seeing this government to be serious minded.
Even people that build their hut or the barn house in it, the people will tell you how they want for their house to be before they even go in the bush to start cutting the stick or something about how. If one talk about the issue that how the people will go, man, the people we need more explanation of that. We need more explanation of that.
Thank you, Chief.
Yeah.
I want to play you a clip so you can see.
Audio Jungle. Hello and welcome to Exposed Corruption Media. Today we focus on Liberia as the government transition to a new president. Liberia is the beneficiary of over $16 billion investment United States dollars into the economy by foreign investor. The country received such funds under the leadership President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf from 2012 to the end of the government, and Honorable Amara Connor was also finance minister. It is reported and with documents in our possession that Minister Connor serves as the sources of President Sirleaf illegal funds transfer middle person in Liberia. Connor received 13 million United States dollars from the European Union. It is reported up to now, former finance minister has not given an account of the funds and is not being charged for corruption because the funds received was also divided between President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and Amara Connor. Former finance minister is the proponent of the Poverty Reduction Strategies, a program designed to help remove Liberians out of poverty. Former finance minister was then the Minister of Planning and Economic Affairs. It is confirmed that Liberia spent over $10 million on the press program headed by Amara Connor. Former Minister Connor is the only minister in Liberia history who experienced 3 times budget shortfalls in Liberia while serving as Minister of Finance. Liberia incoming President George Weah must not and should not take any of these people who have worked in the past government with.
No. George and Weah have taken someone who in fact worked in Doe and Tobo administration. Emmanuel Shaw, a criminal, thief. And then they have Amara Connor on the docket. They want to make Amara Connor the vice president in removing Joe Howard Taylor. The guys are planning, they had a meeting. As to speak, Amara Connor is also in Pennsylvania. James Sirleaf, currently in Pennsylvania, the Internal Affairs Minister. These guys are in Pennsylvania discussing the interests of our country. The guys want to remove Joe Howard Taylor. Quote unquote, they are saying that Joe is the problem to this administration. And some of us know that Joe Howard Taylor will not say that and allow that to fly. Because she is a fighter. She is a fighter. This woman, she is actually experienced. That's why we disagree many times. That Joelle, the thing that she has said, for example, this is our time to eat. But an attempt to remove Joelle, the seditions have succeeded. They had a meeting. They want to remove Joel Howard Taylor for them to bring usher in Amara Connor. And that will be a serious fight. That fight will be a serious battle. That may likely be the end of President Weah's presidency. Because Joel is not someone that can easily forgive. Joel, she is a fighter, a true fighter. In our country, The president has refused. You guys advocated that Robert Salif, Amara Kone, the less of Ellen Johnson Salif, these guys were corrupt. After you went successfully into an agreement with these people, you have taken power. Joseph Numa Bwaka was not actually rejected based on his profile. Joseph Numa Bwaka was actually rejected based on his party affiliation. Not to this one. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? Welcome to the Abraka Talk Show.
This is our maternity opinion, the former representative at the House of Parliament.
Honorable Tima, can you reduce your receiver a little bit, please?
Yes, I'm going to do that.
All right. Honorable Tima, we are getting feedback. We are actually getting the feedback.
Is that okay now?
Oh, yeah. You are much better. Let me inform our audience that Honorable Timna is one of the son of Nima County, a former lawmaker of District Number 9. Am I correct?
Yes.
Honorable Timna, you have the platform to make, your view here.
Well, thank you for allowing me to give my own take on the current discussion. I know Abraham Kamara very, very well. I want to believe that he's even a member of the Friends of Timber. I know, based in the United States at the time, and we have had, a good relationship, at the time when I was representative. And in most instances, I used to communicate with him. But the way in which the talk show is structured, and sometimes you see some facts, but if it is quoted with emotionality, then it becomes something that is personal. Because this is a national issue we're talking about. Even I understand with respect to the Ayrton rule intended for rural infrastructure development. Let's take it as it is. If it is something that is to happen, then it becomes a welcoming idea. Because I heard that we don't have electricity, we don't have water, and we're talking about road. So, Manasseh Road, how do you transport materials for other infrastructure activity to take place? In the great United States, there is a road infrastructure development, that carries America forward. When the roads are built, you see other infrastructure development will follow. And in most instances where we want to discuss issues and call leaders names, like President Salih, that we just talk about Amara Kamara, that these guys are referred to as Amara Kone, and President. The same President Salih that lady that was speaking, that he just put the show on, and she was saying that Liberia received 16 billion. When they talk about foreign direct investment does not suggest that you're bringing the money and putting it into the government hand. That's not true. Like, for instance, Tamania investment costs about, multi-billion dollars. Did they bring that money to put it into the Liberian government hand? They're doing the investment. They are investing that money. They say the size of the investment that the people are doing. Okay, like ArcelorMittal, the money that they invested in the country, did they put it directly into the hands of the government? No. They have their company, their concession established on the ground. And when they bring those money, they use the money to invest.
Honorable,
they pay taxes to government.
Honorable, all these things.
I'm coming. The same President Salih that was accused by that lady, isn't that the same President Salih that they're worshiping abroad there? Isn't that the same President Salih that they are accusing of corruption, that was giving the Mo Ali, award, the most prestigious award in Africa, Mo Ali, and they continue to worship her? Then they send this talk to us. What is their own action? What we Liberians, I think, can do if we find problem, that's why I said the other day, some of us are trying to group ourselves and work with President. We have to help him where there are some shortfalls. We need to bring our own ideas on board because it is only Liberians can move Liberia forward. If we just sit and criticize and don't make some recommendation, we don't come in and do some practical things that will help our country, that will help the government to grow. It is very America that some of you guys are sitting there after the election, they go together to build their country. They prop each other's up. They identify some of those shortcomings and make sure that indeed America lives and remains forever.
Honorable Timmer,
we denigrate, yeah.
Honorable Timmer, you sound very good, but what I am saying here is, you was at the national legislature. Most of you actually were making 17,000. While vast majorities of the people are living in abject poverty. We understand that. You are informed that Robert Salif was accused of corruption. Honorable Timman, you are also informed that Amra Kona had 3 different budget shortfalls. What happened to the money that was given? What happened to the money that was given by the international community when it comes to the issues of Ebola? The people brought the poverty reduction strategy that was not in the interest of our people. It failed. What is this government policy plan? This government has not presented anything to the Liberian people. I believe in you as an honorable because for the fact that we all from the same country, and I believe in your leadership style. But let us call a spade a spade. What happened is that this government came to power. The road they are talking about, have you seen the blueprint? As former lawmaker, have you ever seen a blueprint of the road they are talking about? How many kilometer road? What is the quality of the kind of road they are going to be giving us? Can 536 million build the road they are talking about, build mini stadium all around? Honorable Timma, how can I give you money? Let me just end on this note. Let me end on this note. How can I give you money and my office is not saying? People that are giving the loan wouldn't even know where the money coming from. But the Liberian people, the government is saying that even it comes from the devil, we will accept it. The Airtel loan, they put not get website. No website for this company. I have called the telephone number of this company. It is not. Let me stop right here and listen to you.
Okay, I'm just telling you that you just spoke about lawmaker making 17,000. You see, that's wrong and misleading information. I was there. I never made such a money. 17,000. You see the misleading information. You see how the public is misled. You need to check the record because I was there. Lawmaker did not make such a money. Even lawmaker, when they put every benefit together, associated with gas and things, it didn't reach 10,000. How can you say 17? You see the inflation, it means that you are misleading the public. If I know you for some time, even the other day, there was a statement made by you, even as a threat to the life of a sitting president. We need to be a little bit careful. This is our country. We don't have anywhere to go.
Did I hear you saying that I make a statement on the life of the president?
Yes, you talk about assassination of the president.
No, Honorable. Then I also said that you have been misled. You have been misled.
Let me just end. Let me just end. You said it, and I said it shouldn't be the ignorant that I know. To talk about the life of a president, talking about assassination. This is not a good thing. We need to, despite the fact that we have problems with the government, we need to respect, the authority in power. One day you can take the mantle of authority. I remember you were working with the National Traditional Council in Liberia. You are one of the influential youth within the council there. Don't tell me the council did not have some problems, did not have some shortcomings. Everybody got their own shortcomings. Everybody got their own problems. What we need to do, as I said, my own take on this particular thing, what I need to do is to verify information. I need to verify information. And I need to organize myself. Because if I sit down and maybe Joshua makes some, has some missteps in the government.
He continued to violate the Constitution.
Let me come in. And maybe the country goes well. There where I said some of us have decided to come in and provide our own expertise to give appropriate people to survive, and make sure that things are done correct. Because mind you, no one person has monopoly over ideas. Georgia is just a social character like you and myself. We may have some misunderstanding on certain issues. What we need to do is organize ourselves as patriotic citizens. You see, you think there is no problem in Ghana? You think there is no problem in Africa Coast? There is no problem in other African countries?
But the people will not continue to. The people will not continue to violate the existing law.
But the thing is, the very international community you're talking about, the very people. Why was Amara Kone giving a job to the World Bank in Kenya? Are you not? They didn't check the name profile to give you such a name. You see, got such a. They are the one that encouraging the people to exploit our people. What we need to appeal to them is they shouldn't back them like President Salih. I understand that one product crew and other guys were taking some legal action against President Salih in there. Okay, where is it today in America? Look at this, President Salih during the Taylor's time. They were the one that brought a war in this country. Who brought President Salih supposed to be president?
Then what this government?
And they watch these people. They worship these people. So these people, like the war crime court, the TRC is affecting President Taylor. President Taylor was sitting all around there. They see international community, they gave her, the Nobel Peace Prize. Why would you give such a person a Nobel Peace Prize? And you know that you was involved in it. They usher these people. They worship them. They make them sellable to us. And now we are calling on the international community to intervene. They are the one that worshiping the people. All we need to do, Liberia, we need to understand this and come together. That's why sometimes we need to organize ourselves as national patriotic circle of Liberia, where we ourselves will sit down and see anytime the government comes in, we become robust to help the government to grow and not to blackmail it.
Honorable Tingman, let me say this. Honorable Tingman, I respect you so much.
Sometimes the information are misleading. And the issue of this journalist, General Brown, that was killed the other day. I also understand that from your expose, you said that the software had not been. The guy is in detention. The software was arrested, even though there are still some missteps that need to be corrected. But the software is arrested, is beyond bar as we speak.
Honorable Tingman, the first thing first, let me say to you that in your statement you said that the statement I made the other day. Let me inform you now that the statement made about the assassination of the president never came from me. It never came from me. That's some of the reason why some of us are convinced that this government, how come you did not investigate when you came out? But my lawyer is taking care of that. I don't want to go that route. My lawyer, that's the reason why this government, I am saying.
I say when I heard it, I say I hope it's not the Abraham Kamara that I know of. I didn't judge you.
Okay. Honorable, the next thing is that are you informed that law have been violated by this government?
A lot of government have been violating a lot.
No, not discuss a lot of government. That's the reason why the people saw it that they never voted Eli Justice Salih, the United Party, back in office.
Violated the budget law on so many occasions.
What you guys did?
Violated the Liberian laws on many occasions.
Then what you guys did?
The thing is, let me tell you. Let this not be personal. We remember that I'm one of those that was pushing the impeachment of President Salih at the Capitol.
I know that. And that's what I said. I believe in your leadership style.
Yeah, we put it because we felt that there was a violation of our law of the country. We didn't want to. I personally engaged President Salih, in violating the budget law. What is entitled, what Nima country is entitled to. She struck later at time. President Salih wanted to, when there was a disturbance at Aslo Mitar, President Salih wanted to take the Nima people, social development fund by saying that we should pay for the damage, caused in Ikipa, when in fact ArcelorMittal has an international insurance company that was to pay. I called that major press conference. I said, no, you cannot take our money, and you don't have the constitutional authority to take our money. And I stood at that, and our money was not taken. And when Buffer Timos and myself stood and said, President Salih, one time we went and said, President Salih, he wanted to deny the Nima people of their money from the Social Development Fund. That she didn't have, because I recommended to her that we needed an independent trust to manage our money instead of our money going to government escrow account. We fought that.
So,
we went to
because the law was violated yesterday. Because the law was violated yesterday.
No, I'm not saying that because the law was violated yesterday, so the law should not be violated. I mean, the law should be violated. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm just saying, I'm not denying that maybe President Weah had not violated, some laws. We are just 6 months to go. What we need to do is to, put our own strategy in place and help this government to get on the right footing.
But the government came with propo. Honorable, the government came with propo. What is the propo? They are not explaining. What is the blueprint? Where can we find it?
What is your own understanding about propo?
Improving the life of the people economically. Improving the life almost like it is a similar plan that past administration brought from mat to mattresses. That was not talking about the physical mattresses that they were talking about. They were talking about the economic life, improving the life of the people. Has it been explained? Where can we find it?
Oh, let me tell you. Can you if it has not been explained, can you demand for it? It is your right to demand it. But I'm just saying the way in which the talk show is started, calling your leaders' name, bashing at them. I'm saying we should intelligently do it, not in an arrogant manner, not in an aggressive manner. I'm coming, Abraham. I'm coming. Not in an aggressive manner. You see, the representative that succeeded me, I know when I was there, they honor me a lot. You know what I told them? I said, no. Your honor money yesterday has translated, it has a negative impact on the life of our people. So I am not going to do it the way you did it. I will help you to help our people. I am not prepared to fight you. I'm not prepared to honor you that you did to me. But I will help. That's what I'm saying. Because other people did it yesterday, they say they criticize or they did this, or other people want to pay debt. My own politics it does not go like that. I believe in constructive engagement. I believe in dialogue where we sit on the table, discuss national issues, and find a way forward. There are problems here.
Honorable Tina, my question to you before we go to the line.
Some of us are organizing ourselves as professionals from our own professional standpoint to help the government to grow. Okay, some of us are making some appointments to make sure we meet with people who are in authority, so that we all, because this country is for all of us, we cannot leave it with people to go down the green. We come along since 1847. We cannot still be living in the technical city. If there are some problems, we need to go on the table to discuss and find solutions to the problem.
Honorable Tingman, my question to you, I have two questions, then we'll go on the line. If you want to remain on the line, maybe people want to ask you that fine. My next question to you is it right under our law for the president to be head of the charity organization, their spot, and also commercializing his image, taking 50,000 from the Lebanese community in the name of fundraising charity?
So let me tell you. If a president goes to a program where they say, oh, this money should be directed to a charity organization.
No, the president organized a program.
Listen now. Organize a program and say we want to raise some funding for charity purposes. And that funding is raised. can't you ask a question whether that money is going to the charity organization? It says the conduct of it that you're questioning. You think the president does not have the authority to organize that, a fundraising rally, and say, let's do this to help this other group?
Under our law is a conflict of interest. Right? You cannot be head of a charity at the same time you be president. Honorable Tima, under our law, all around the world, you see charity organization, you see foundation being funded by a president after a presidency. After a presidency.
What is the name of that organization?
You should be asking the president that went to City Hall and raised funds, and the Lebanese community gave him 50,000.
It was even more than that. He raised over 300,000.
The Lebanese community gave him 50,000.
No, I'm saying the fundraising that day where I saw the Lebanese community, I saw a live where they were raising the fund. But I think the bottom line should be what is it being used for, what is it intended for? Okay, if you support it, don't tell me say a president cannot support a charity organization. They can support it.
You can support it, but you cannot be head of it at the same time you're president.
Have you seen the article in corporation of that he is the head of a charity organization?
But the first thing first is that...
Have you seen a documentary on that?
Yes, Honorable, I have seen.
That he is a head of certain... What is that charity organization that he's a head of? No, we need to be factual.
Honorable Tima, we have tons of callers on the line. If you want to ring me, maybe some people want to ask you.
What is next question? What is next question you wanted to ask?
My question is, are you willing to be factored into the government for you to be able to bring your experience on the table?
If I'm prepared to be factored into the government?
Whether you are willing to serve. Let me cut it short.
Yes. This is a government. This is a government of the Republic of Liberia. I will not want to remain sitting on the fence, and I will also want to make my contribution. I will want to make my contribution today. I can bring my expertise on the table. In recent time, I was just, in a talk with one of the government officials. I sat with him, and they said they wanted. Are you there?
I'm here. Let me say this. We here. Let me say this. Honorable, let me hold you.
Let me just end this. He said that the people of we and Doro have decided to come to President Salih to President Weah and tell President Weah they want to leave from Nima County and go to River first. Then I asked him, I said, do you support it? He said, yes. I said, you sure President Weah able to take a portion of another county and send it to River first, and you think the people of Nima will remain there? I said, if I were around President Weah, I would tell him not to do it because it would be a recipe of confusion. Because sooner or later you go to Pabli and maybe the people there that free crown, they say, oh, our original place, they say what? Grand Jide County, so we leave in Nima County to go. Are you carrying a piece of land to Grand Jide County? You see the confusion you bring in. Sooner or later, the people of Kokoya, because they speak Mano, they say, oh yes, we came from Nima County, we speak Mano. So we want to cut that other portion and carry it to Nima County. I say, if I'm around President Weah, I will tell him not to do it. What the people of we and those, need is infrastructure development. Services, from the side of the government to go to them. They need development, they need road, they need school, they need clinic. With that, they will not complain, but not to cut a portion of another country. So if I am there and have access to this president, I will appropriately advise him, I will tell him some facts. And you know me for that. President Salih, even the former President Salih knows me about telling President facts. I don't curse people, I don't use invectives on people, I don't use profanities on people, but I tell people facts. And that's what I stand for. So if we serve in this government, we will appropriately advise that the right thing must be done. Just as I did when I was at the Capitol, my records are there. What I stood for, people know it.
Let us ask our caller to please call the second number, the 651-332-4497. We have Honorable Matenege Tingman on the line from Liberia, a former lawmaker from the 53rd National Legislature, a former lawmaker of District Number 9, Nima County. So keep your call coming here. Let's take this one. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? Welcome to the Abraka Talk Show.
Yeah, let's go.
Quickly.
Abraham, I'm Patrick here, and I'm calling from. I'm Patrick Ray, and
Are you going to say what you want to say, or you want me to take different color?
Yeah, look, I want to ask that representative, that former representative, because
everyone that have question, please call the 651 number so to address the honorable.
That representative who's talking and accusing Ellen Johnson, how many bills did he pass successfully as a representative that was meaningful, constructively meant for the people, that benefited the people?
Please call the second number, the 651 3324.
Some of the reasons. These are some of the reasons that I said we need to establish an economic crimes commission, because some of these fools call themselves former representatives are coming on the line to talk rubbish and incriminating other officials of the past government. They are all culpable of crimes, corruptions in the past government. So let him try to tell us what was a meaningful contribution. How many bills did he pass successfully?
Thank you. Hello, Honorable Tingman.
Yeah, now you, Abraham.
Yeah.
Now you see the man is on the line, is insulting, and I don't discuss with people like that. Okay, I don't discuss with people like that. He's talking about rubbish. I'm speaking. He's talking about rubbish. He makes a point. He's talking about.
No, Honorable, let me hold you right there, and you will address. I'll hold you right there. Let's take this one. Caller, what is the name and where are you calling from? Honorable Tingman is listening.
This is yesterday. I'm calling from Georgia. I have a few things that I'd like to address with Mr. Tigger. I've been listening to him for a while. I'd like to, I'd like to address a few things. First of all, we live in a world that is driven by technology. Everything is happening in real time, where the security and the livelihood of people can be snapped in a second. We came from a very tumultuous history for the last at least 30 some more years. You talk about charity. First, you say law has been broken before, so this government is new. There is not a timeline. The law, the Constitution of Liberia is the Bible of Liberia. It is the organic law of Liberia. It's the guide that lead all of us and protect all of us. If one person, especially the person who saw himself to uphold it, is breaking it, and we say it's only 6 months, that takes me aback. For somebody who saw as intellectual, who has once been a lawmaker, no disrespect to you, sir, but I as a person who lives in a country where a president can go to jail, where a president can be prosecuted and disgraced in the daytime just for telling a lie about something, not killing anybody, that is, for me, it's a problem.
Okay.
But for a charity, for a president who is the head of the natural resources, who is in the position of power to take onto a charity during his tenure, in fact, at the beginning of his tenure, and we think it is okay, that within itself is a huge problem for our community, for our country. Now, it brings me to a place of integrity, a place of moral, a place of responsibility, and standardization. What is our standard of moral? Where do we hold each other to? So certain people are held at certain points, and other people do not matter. For instance, you were in the last lawmaking group, the 53rd. A little girl in Liberia, Mr. Simba, was raped by one of your peers. I did not hear an outcry. We talk. You're talking about having an intellectual discourse. You're talking about national patriots to assemble themselves. Some of us have done that. Some of us continue to do that. And some of us will continue to do that. You live in a country who you are a former lawmaker. You hear one of your sons, okay? I would have taken up the phone and found out and do my own investigation. It's all of our duty as citizens of Liberia to hold each other accountable. But first, to assume that one is innocent to proving guilty. have a president who openly threatens the livelihood of the citizens, and you think it's only 6 months. Mr. Timber, just the last budget, never counted development fund, does not need to be sent anywhere. Those are social responsibilities based on the position of the company that is operating in Nima County.
Okay.
That way. It is hold on 1 second. It is not within his jurisdiction to even section. This is what happened in Africa. We give man absolute power. It makes him God and think he can do whatever he wants. This is exactly how we misled though. There was a young man who came to power. We led him to feel this is how we got to 1990. Now we're blaming everybody else. But we do not blame those who orchestrated, those who planned it, those who started the killing from 1980 until 1990.
Thank you.
And Abraham, I have a lot to say. Please, not today, 2 minutes. It's not. This is supposed to have been my representative. I need to talk to him.
Quickly, but yeah, you have one more call, and then we have tons of caller want to speak to the lawmaker, and then we can also we can bring you back. But
okay, you can bring me back. You can bring me back. Yes, sir. Okay.
Let's take this one. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? Welcome to the Abraka Talk Show.
Yes, my name is Opa. I'm calling from Beijing, China.
From China, we are Honorable Tingman, former lawmaker, 53rd National Legislature, on the line.
Yes, Mr. Kamara or Mr. Kumar, I want to say thank you for inviting the Honorable Man in your studio, and we could be able to ask you some questions as citizens. Honorable Father, I want to say thank you very much for coming on the social media to explain some things to some Liberians that is already dead. Thank you very much. I think you are listening to the insult that they are giving you. Look at the things that they are telling you. Please forgive them.
Thank you.
Forgive them and try to educate them, please.
Thank you.
I'm not finished. You people have to understand that man is the honorable man. You have to know how to address those people.
Nobody insulted him.
No, I heard a guy insulting the man. Tell the man is a fickle-headed man. How can you look at honorable man and say he's a fickle-headed man, and you on the show wearing cap, wearing dark shades?
I'm not wearing dark shades. All right, this is not.
You have to stop those things you are doing, my man.
Honorable Tingman has been a good friend of mine. I will not allow no one to insult Honorable Tingman. Nobody ever insulted Honorable Tingman, and I will not allow anyone to insult him. Thank you. You finish?
I finish. I say your mom, your mom dirty ass, your fucking faggot dog.
Thank you.
Your dog hole.
Thank you, Chief. All right, thank you.
Fuck your asshole.
Thank you.
Fuck you again. I will kill you when I come to America. Your dirty ass.
Okay.
You don't respect the President King George.
Well, that's it. We have another caller here. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? Welcome to the Abraka Talk Show.
Yeah, I will never leave my office. Morning, how are you?
Good. We have the Honorable back on the line. I'll take him, and then I will come back to you. Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've been watching that Honorable Man talking to you. But there's a few things I want to bring to your attention. I want you to come back. So
he already calling, so let me take him and merge the call and he will listen.
All right.
Is this Honorable Tingman?
Yeah.
Okay. We have another caller here wanted to ask you. So, yeah, go ahead. The Honorable is watching.
It's on?
Yeah.
All right. According to him, there are some direct investment that came to Liberia that were not, put in government hands. I want you to speak on the $30 million that were put directly in the government hands by the finance minister. I want you to speak to that. I want you to speak directly to his salary. I want you to speak directly to somebody in the honor of President Edison Johnson. What was his position then and what is his position now when you were representative? What did he say? And he tried to blame other people. I want to know when you are honorable man in the house, what or tax money that he asked for to develop a district and what he did in a district. I want to know those things because from the way he speaks, he's not speaking like an honorable man. He's looking for job.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Timam. You can.
Another thing I want you to make expressive. He did not say he heard people telling or the government telling the world that you make threats on the president's life. He said he heard you. Go back to your tape. So I think when did you make that statement when you heard you that you are making threats to the president's life? Let you explain that.
Thank you. All right, Honorable Timman, you can respond. And other people said they wanted to know what you did in your district.
Sometimes it becomes frustrating that the topic that is about people leave it and talk different things. Like other people, like the first caller at the time when I had a laugh, he said I was talking rubbish. He's speaking internationally. He's speaking on
Speak to me.
media.
That guy
No. Can you just hang on? Let the Honorable answer this question, please.
Abraham.
Yeah, quickly.
I want like the way in which Patrick Horner, he used to have a show here. By the time he sees somebody who wants to insult, he call them off because it's not intended for that. Intelligent people will have to come and do.
I'm not insulting you. Speak to my issue.
You see, the guy did. Listen, some did, but the thing is, our skin are built thick for that. For us, we are taking insult over the years. It doesn't matter. That's what makes us leaders. So anytime people insult,
can you just give the Honorable chance, or just hang on and then you call back, please. The Honorable is addressing your question, and
I'm not having a chorus discussion with any other person. I'm speaking to an issue. I don't want to have a chorus with them because in the church people can sing in chorus, so I don't talk in chorus. So when they talk, I didn't hear me talking. I just want them to listen, and I want to speak logic, And in the first place, somebody is asking, what money did I put in my budget to benefit my district, this, that? That's a previous issue. It is not an issue at that.
No.
I wish you were in Liberia.
You cannot put the money into your budget.
I don't know whether he knows about the legislative earmark project. Listen now. If you don't want me to participate in a show, then it will be my life. Because I don't like to talk in chorus.
Honorable, go ahead. I think we...
okay.
Go ahead, Honorable.
I wish you were in Liberia here because, like the legislative earmark, we
then, but now the people that kill me.
That it should be decentralized. It should be decentralized. Go and see in my district. You will see the impact. We put it in the budget for that. And you go to my district, and I passed a bill that carried even my district up to the statutory level, and some were in committee room when I left from there. So I was not there just resting and maybe eating and drinking. I was working in the interest of our people. But what I want to, you talk about, they put 30 million in, I don't know what 30 million they put in Amara Cunningham because I don't speak to anything that I don't have documentary evidence on. If they put 30 million in Amara Cunningham, what he did, I don't know who can look at an individual and say, oh, I put 30 million in your hand, or you transfer to, to government for this, that, and thing. But I don't see, somebody just going and looking at an individual, a single individual, and they put 30 million in your hand, and for what reason? What are the conditions attached to it? Let us make our research and think. And okay. I am not here to speak on sentimental issues.
Okay, we have another caller here. Now to this one. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? Welcome to the Broadcast Talk Show.
Okay, hello, my name is Jehudi Ashma. I'm calling from Delaware County in Pennsylvania.
Quickly to the issue.
I'm calling to what the lady was telling the honorable man about charity establishment through the president, which is a wrong idea. You see, in our country, the problem we had is the destroying of our constitution. There's no rule of law, no political advisors. Like the former honorable, he should have been one of the strong advisors of political issues, especially the constitution. In a nation, for a president to establish or control a charity. It is wrong and unconstitutional.
Why, as the president of a country?
Hello? You said what?
What at the same time he is presiding over the wealth of our country?
For a president, as the president of the nation, not former president can establish charity and support charity. Even the first lady, where I say Cloud Weir Foundation, what is having the jubilating for in Monrovia. All of the things is just wrong idea. The people just carrying Liberia back and some honorable people sitting, they cannot speak on it. This is the constitution that has been violated. This is a nation. This is not CDC. CDC is a party. It is not a nation. We are talking about a nation, the future of a nation. Tomorrow, when another person come back in Liberia, they will do the thing. They say, "Oh, we are there." Who talk?
Honorable Tingman, we are asking you to please call back. I think the phone went off. We are asking you to please call back, Honorable Matinenge Tingman.
When we were football stars, soccer stars, while they work, they not form a foundation in Liberia to support charity or to support the poor people.
When he came to the presidency.
You cannot be a first lady and control a charity. You can send money to the charity for the charity to grow and support the poor people. But a first lady cannot establish a foundation as a charity and support in the office of presidency. This is unconstitutional.
Honorable Tingman will speak to that. I think he's coming back on the line. Honorable Tingman will speak to it.
My last point. This is to the honorable man. You see what got Liberia where we are today? We used to say that the American Liberians did not integrate indigenous people, but that was lie. The destruction of Liberia from 1980 till now, it is the indigenous Liberians that destroyed Liberia and continue to destroy Liberia.
Thank you.
Liberia was powerful. Liberia was strong. Liberia was on the international stage throughout till 1980. 1980 till now. Going to 52 years, there is nothing that indigenous Liberian can prove to the international community. There is nothing that the indigenous Liberian can do to move Liberia forward.
Okay.
Carrying Liberia deeper in the grave and into darkness, and we sit in darkness today. Even the Weir administration, it is another setback for Liberia.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We are asking you, the Honorable is on the first line. We are asking all of our caller to please call the second number, not the first number. The second number, please. Honorable Tingman, you listen to the callers and they are saying, I'm happy to have you here this morning, American time, if not Eastern time, 16 minutes after 8 a.m. Honorable Tingman, your response. Hello? Honorable Tingman, are you there? Look at this one right here. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? You have 2 minutes.
Yes, good morning. I see. My name is Deborah Jackson. I'm calling from Dallas, Texas.
Quickly. Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
You are live.
Yeah, okay. I would like to say thank you. My question here is to fellow colleagues that are participating on your show this morning. Although our caller is saying that not everybody can handle the level of maturity on the program, but nevertheless, we should remember that as Liberians, we are ambassadors representing Liberia. So when you come on a Liberian talk show, remember that you are speaking for your country and you are representing your country. So to see people on the platform insulting people, I think this is wrong.
Okay.
And sir, you have the key. Whenever they start to insult, all you need to do, just cut them off.
Thank you.
Because they are disgracing our country. I'm monitoring the program. Thank you so much for this.
You're welcome. We are asking all of our callers to call the second number, the 651-332-4497. The first number is been reserved for the Honorable. So we are asking you to call the second number for you to be able to ask Honorable Matinenge Tingman, a former lawmaker of District Number 9, Nima County. Look at this caller. The Honorable is listening. Look at this one.
Good morning.
Good morning. Quickly to the issue. Honorable Tingman is on the line. He is our guest, I can say, this morning.
My name is Asman Thomas, calling from.
Yeah, Abraham.
Yeah, Honorable, just hold on. Let him make the point, and then I will take you.
Hello.
Okay.
Yeah, quickly.
Yeah, my question to the Honorable is, I want to know what was the salary when you were the Honorable at the House, and what is the justification of this salary and the allowance that you're taking? Keep hearing people saying that they're making up to $15,000-$17,000 per month. Thank you.
All right. Honorable Tingman, your response.
Okay.
You have the right now to respond to everything that people are saying or people were saying. Honorable Tingman. Hello? Honorable Tingman, are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah, quickly. You have the time, Honorable.
Hello?
Honorable Tingman, you have the time.
Yeah, the last caller was talking about my salary that I was making, and why would I be discussing salary issue or have a branding national issue and say I'm going to discuss my salary and give justification? That's not the topic. But what I've been telling people this morning is that I'm not saying that everything that is done in Liberia here. Are you listening?
Yeah, I'm listening, and our audience are listening.
Okay. Okay. I'm not saying that nobody should criticize government. That's not that. People should not get me wrong. I'm only saying that people should criticize government, but let it be done in a respectful manner and stick to the issue. And sometimes using invective, infinitives on our leaders is not a good thing. Even some of us experienced it over the years. And our own advocacy was that constructively engage your leaders. There is no one leader that will come in this country will say they will be infallible, that they will not have some missteps. When the missteps are there, we bring it out and discuss it and make sure that we find solution to the problem and get Liberia on the right trajectory.
Send the president
we see the president has just been in power for almost 6 months.
Okay.
That's 6 months. 6 months, you don't expect anything major to be done in 6 months' time.
Really?
6 months, maybe the first 100, and 50 days you're preparing yourself. Okay, because you're coming to power. Here you say that the president that you just elected, his first budget is the one that is under discussion now, where he has to lock in his own agenda, what he hopes to achieve.
But they don't even have an agenda in the first place. They don't even have an agenda in the first place.
For me, I will not say that nobody will come to the presidency without an agenda. Nobody will come to leadership without an agenda. What we need to continue to say, like how when President Salif came, what was the agenda? And the first thing they started putting documents together about the poverty reduction strategy. She got into the presidency before you could think about the poverty reduction strategy. We went to several fronts. We had workshops on this poverty reduction strategy. We went to retreat where they were putting together at the time when they late Tano Malo and all were at the Ministry of Finance, and we know what they did before they can come up with a clear agenda to present it. After they won. Then later we saw what Vision 2030 came when President Salih was seated for so many years. Then we have Agenda for Transformation. Agenda for Transformation came when President Salih was seated. George Weah had just come to power. This is his first budget. And try to lock in his agenda. What we need to request is say, we want to know your blueprint for the country. And I tell you, when I was a representative, I suggested this to President Salih at the time. I said, our country does not have a national technical blueprint. We need to establish a national technical commission. That's which I will be advancing to President Weah as well. The National Technical Commission that will collect technicians and put them in a technical committee room to develop a national technical blueprint for our country. Because each president that comes to power, they have their individual, fragmented individual agenda. That is also carrying our country backward. Because we don't have a national blueprint for our country to have a direction defined, well defined. So this is what we need to do. We need to develop that. Hope President Weah is going to listen to some of us to make sure that, because we said it before, we advanced it before, but it was never listened to. So every president will not just have their own individual agenda. As soon as you come to power, then you go to carve your agenda to fit it into the next one that will spend. Look at what happened to what President Doe, the old defense ministry. That was President Doe playing. When President Doe came, hello? When President
you live.
When President Sadiq came, they broke down the defense ministry that we spent so many millions of dollars on to put it on because there is no national agenda, individual agenda. Even when President Taylor was in power, the barracks, we didn't have any other, free ground in Liberia to have children playground. They started breaking the barracks down because that was not the agenda. Because there is no national agenda. Everybody got an individual agenda. When President Taylor was there, he said, Vision 2024. What was the meaning of that? So it's all fragmented. So what we need to do is to have, once you have that national, take it to the national legislature.
Take it
to the national legislature and have it legislated, and then of course you have a banning clause there. As president that will come and go contrary to the agenda, there should be certain clause there, for certain things to happen, for some punitive action to be taken, or some corrective measure to be taken.
Okay.
Those things, when they are
have a caller from Liberia.
Have these fragmented, you don't have these fragmented and disjointed, a platform of every successive leader.
Caller, what is the name and where are you calling from? We have Honorable Martin Getima from District Number 9. Nima County on the line. He's our guest this morning. Caller, what is the name and where are you calling from? Caller, what is the name and where are you calling from?
Thank you very much, Edie. This is Atisano. I'm calling from Liberia. Let me extend and appreciation. I'm calling from Liberia.
Yeah, quickly, Atisano.
Let me extend some appreciation to the former representative of District Number 9. You see, after the former representative, check on these things. You see, when we were advocating against wrongdoing during administration, we were not causing people murder. Many of the quarters are still causing murders, and he made mention of that. We can suffer recommendation, we can criticize, but we should not be abusive. I think the president is our president. He made mention on key issues. To all of us can proper suggestion and recommendation to move the country's power if the administration is willing to listen, which is good. We get that. But one thing I want to ask the lawmaker, because I was one of those, many of them I think in our home.
Former lawmaker.
We went to the national legislature when we engaged them when the issue of the NOCA started in 2013.
NOCA.
The Exxon Mobil and what have you. And many of them don't listen because the way in which you spoke, they almost like only the president running the country. And people should not allow only the president to run the country. People can beat the president instead of Mr. President, Madam President. We are legislators. So we cannot go this way. Because when and only when they are listening to us, we are being decision about man. In fact, of the money. I was one of those matters. For 1 year for election, money. If they want to do that, you know the amount that our new leaders, how much is to be teachers.
I think we're getting terrible feedback. Okay. I think your network is actually bad. We are not getting you clearly. Your network is bad. Let's take this one. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? Welcome to the Abraka Talk Show.
Hello.
Quickly to the issue. Achisano, you can call back. We will take your call from Liberia. Quickly, Honorable Tingman is listening to the issue.
Yeah, I only have 2 questions for Honorable Tengbe. question number one. But hearing somebody talking, right?
No, it's nobody talking.
Okay. Yeah, question number one have to do with Honorable Tembe. I want to know how much is. Can you hear me?
Yeah, to the issue, Chief.
Okay. Right. So how much are they making in a house as a lawmaker? One, two. During his tenure at the Capitol, there was a rape case. A lawmaker raped a 13-year-old child. What did he do? That's the two questions I want him to respond to for me. I'm listening to the answer, please.
Okay. Honorable Tingman, you get that? Look to this one. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from?
Yes, hello. My name is Frank Gibson. I'm calling from Paris.
If you calling from Paris, we have Honorable Martin Tingman on the line. Quickly to the issue.
Okay. I always listen to your program, and you always discussing George President we are breaching the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia. And I think there are competent opposition politicians in Liberia, some of whom took part in writing this particular constitution we are talking about. And they are read in Liberia, and some of them have members in the House of Senate and Representatives. But it is only the diasporians, mainly you, Abraham, one Yassini, Zawiya, one Ali Fatiga, one Chief Colley, and the list goes on, always discussing the breach of Constitution by President Weah.
Thank you, Chief.
We have not heard. I'm coming now. You have to give me 3. I think you gave me 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And I always notice that if we are not saying the same thing that you are saying, you want to cut the people off. Because one guy told you this thing yesterday. One caller called you yesterday. He explained these things to you. But it's like you guys are not getting this thing up on mine.
We will not get it. We will not rest until we see the right thing being done.
Definitely, you people will not rest, and that's very good. But we have to be constructive in some of our discussions.
All right.
And the unfortunate part of it that some of you who go on the social media talk show, you don't have the first-hand information.
All right.
Just on speculations, and you guys
We will take this call and we'll go to Honorable Tingman. Honorable Tingman, caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? Quickly. Honorable Tingman, you can respond. Hello? Hello, Honorable Tingman? Okay. The Honorable is not there yet. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah. Look, I'm Patrick Ray, and I'm calling from Australia. I was the first caller immediately that representative spoke. If at all the former representative took my comment as rubbish to be an insult, I apologize to him.
I listened to one caller talk about.
He is deviating from all of the.
Yeah, Honorable Tingman, hold on, please.
I've asked him how many bills have he put forth that benefited the citizenry who he represented.
Okay.
He tried to incriminate Ellen Johnson and other officials. I made comment on that he should try to tell us what was his salary that he's defending.
Okay.
That wasn't corrupt. And he's now talking of Madam Ellen Johnson breaking down the former defense ministry and all of that. And all of those things were passed into law.
Okay. We will take the honorable, let him take his time to address this thing.
Those kind of laws.
Okay.
To destructively support things.
All right.
Let him tell us exactly what his contribution been.
Okay. Thank you.
How meaningful.
Honorable Tingman, quickly, you heard the callers, and a lot of them been asking you. We know that our topic this morning was on actually our laws, what have been done in our country. So your response. Hello, Honorable Tingman, are you there? Hello, Honorable Tingman? Well, too bad for us. Hello, Honorable Tingman, are you there?
Yeah, I wish this entire talk show was about how Enrotima achievement. I keep telling them I don't want to divert the entire topic. Then hello, you getting me?
You are live, Honorable Tingman. We are getting you.
Okay. So I'm saying, I wish that we will have a time when we discuss Honorable Tingman about his achievement at the capital.
We are talking about the interests of our country now. We are talking about
the interests of our country, but try to limit it to a personal achievement of Honorable Tingman, the personal salary of Honorable Tingman. That should not be the issue. And in the first place, I did not incriminate President Salih. I'm saying because we have fragmented vision, that's why even the defense ministry was broken down. And the breaking down of the defense ministry was not a law. To say there was a law passed to break the defense ministry down. That's why I said some people need to make research. President Salih was looking for the fair grant to build the ministerial complex, that the Chinese people offered to build. And that is it. But it was not a law passed, to say go and break this structure down and put this structure there. It's not a law passed. There was no law passed on that. So the issue that somebody mentioned about a representative rape somebody and the case was there. But Representative Tingman is not a Minister of Justice. Representative Tingman is not, the National Police. This representative was subjected to police investigation, and he went through the process. The House of Representatives at the time took a decision and they made available this representative to go and answer questions. Should Representative Tingman do something as an individual? Because we were a member of a body. A body takes decisions. It's not individual. There is based on vote. Okay? So I'm just saying that another person talked about FM Mobile. The FM Mobile at the time, when Broadway had that property, they were to give it to Chevron for Liberia to get less than $13 million, a signature or bonus from there. It was a legislator that said no, and when that arrangement was brought, when the FM Mobile came in, Liberia netted not less than $50 million. That was the intervention of the 50th at the time for Liberia to net $50 million. Okay? And so I'm just saying that the issue should be on the national level. We should discuss national issues, not individual.
Don't you think it could be necessary that President Weah declare his asset? Don't you think it could be necessary for President Weah to declare his asset?
The law calls for that, and President Weah is on a constitutional obligation to declare his asset. That's the law.
But up to now, he has not done it.
Nobody can defend President Weah. That I think he still has some time, to declare his.
The code of conduct was established by you people, and the code of conduct is actually clear.
He will declare. Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's a law. It's a law now. President Weah will abide by it. We have period to declare your asset. I think there's still some time for him to declare his asset. He needs to declare it. Okay? So it's not something that is arguable. It's a law that's on the book. So nobody can argue the law. That's why I continue to tell us what we need to do is to help our own country to grow. Okay? We need to help our own country to grow. When we help our own country to grow, we will achieve a lot of it. That's why some of us continue to say, we are here in Liberia, some of us are not going anywhere, we will remain here. What we need to do to help the government to succeed. Because if the government succeeds, everyone else succeeds. Okay? Look at the countries surrounding us. Since 1847, we are still backward. We need to change the tactics. And in changing the tactics, it requires all of us collective effort and input to make sure that Liberia becomes a better place for all of us. And that's why some of us are working to right now in my quiet private corner. I'm on my farm. I leave from here, I go to my farm and make sure that my farm is developed. And at the same time, making sure that I have my own opinion and expertise provided to help the country. You see, some time ago, many times people come, they say, they are selling oil black. You remember that people were saying they were selling oil black. How can you sell oil black? Liberia is unexplored. You haven't discovered the oil in Liberia. How do you sell the black? Then somebody will come and say, we need to have a reserve. Reserve on what? What do you have? You haven't conducted exploration. Okay, how can you have a reserve? The first thing is that the exploration companies that are coming, Liberia is not paying a damn. The exploration companies, companies coming, to conduct exploration and discover. When they discover, before you talk about production, and you have to share the profit with the international oil company that is coming to conduct exploration, because Liberia is not paying a dime to it. Even when it comes to the seismic data collection, the generation of the seismic data, Liberia does not have the capacity to even generate the seismic data. It's done by foreign countries. Okay? To offer that, because the
Honorable Tingman, as a former lawmaker, before you left office, as a former lawmaker, did you declare your asset?
Of course, we did. That was a requirement. We did that through the Chief Clerk office at the Capitol building. We did.
Okay. So now,
yes, we did. So it's a law. It's a requirement. Why? Because it took some time for even lawmakers to declare their asset, but in the final analysis, their assets were declared because there was a pressure there, and it is a law that nobody can challenge the law. So that's what I'm saying. Because sometimes people do not have, because from the time there was an advocacy at the Capitol where lawmakers were insulted that they were selling the oil block, the needed reserve. The next day I went to 2FM, and that particular day I took down my political cap and put on my technical cap, and was discussing technical issues. And I challenged the entire world to come and tell us the mineral wealth of Liberia, and more especially the oil they were discussing. How much oil quantity, what is the quality that you have in Liberia? I challenge any geology of the world. The only way you will know that, except where you conduct exploration, extensive exploration, where you have to go to, the appraisal stage. Then before you go to the development stage, when you talk about, building the infrastructure and things to extract the oil, it's not a day process. Okay, it's a process that takes, up to 10 years plus before you can even take a drop of oil from that particular. So people just come and say, "Oh, you're taking our oil. Where is the oil before they will take it?"
Okay, we go to the phone. We go to the phone.
A lot of people make a lot of mistakes. They just go and emotionally address the issue. We need to be to somebody reflect on issue and make sure you have an authority over the issue before you discuss it.
Okay.
Not just because of
Caller, what is the name and where are you calling from? Honorable Tingman is on the line. Quickly to the issue.
Asmana Thomas again. Honorable Tingman talking about national issue, discussing national issue. I just raised a question to him regarding national issue, his salary and his allowances that he was getting when he was in the house.
But this morning presentation is not about Honorable Tingman.
Yeah,
if
but
he
this is national issue. You have majority of Liberian people living in destitute in the country there, and they're making huge amount of money. Even as we speak presently, the legislature and the Senate are making the same amount that they're making for years. Why can't he address that when our people are suffering? When people are hungry in Liberia there? Why can't he address that?
All right. You're right. Like we said, first, let's take this one. Caller, what is the name and where are you calling from? Welcome to the Abraka Talk Show.
Abraham, this is Jackson here. I wanted to say my final thought before I leave. I gotta go. Okay. A few things to note. Just a word to the former representative or senator. In communication, you can't write how other people are thinking, where other people's deliveries are. You have to focus on the main idea of the conversation. Those that you think are legitimate and they make sense, you focus on them and answer those questions. People will come, people are frustrated. That's why you're in leadership. We don't complain about that. Leaders lead. But let me say this, and I will finish up. The legislators in Liberia have the key to the development of the country. But they are chosen to play themselves and they're in cahoots with the judiciary and the executive. The executive does have power. The executive is the manager of the city or the manager of the land. They are the director who are in charge. They have the board of directors. That is the legislator. Their chief executive cannot appropriate anything unless the legislature do so. We're talking about development. It is literally impossible to develop Liberia with almost over 65% of its budget or revenue going to recurring expenses, meaning paying themselves and taking bribes. It's not going to work. even if they took a loan and built up places, you still will not be able to pay that back. It's so impossible. They need to go back to the drawing table. That is the legislator. They hold the keys. It's not really the president. They think it is the president. This is why it's important to know your job and know your jurisdiction, meaning the confines or meaning the perimeters in which you work in. What are your roles and responsibilities? According to our Constitution, it says that the Liberian government, especially the legislature, needs to ensure that every Liberian has maximum participation in Liberian revenue or economy or natural resources. They have that privilege to themselves and pay themselves. Those three branches take almost 65% of the revenue that comes in the country. So this is not about them. And to sit here and justify the undermining of our Constitution, this is the beginning of tyranny. This is the beginning of dictatorship. If we love this man, we that speaking, we love Liberia. We that speaking, we love Georgia. Because we're making sure that he does not make the same mistakes that Joe made before that enter him where he's in it.
Okay.
This is what some of us are trying to protect. So for him to sit here and say that, Mr. Tinga, I'm really, and I'm a Liberian, proud to say, and embarrassed that you would come here and talk like that. You were paid close to $1 million. What did you do? How many children? How many schools did you build? And you know what? It shouldn't be that way. You shouldn't have to pay. You said that our people have to come beg you to build a road, to build a school. Our people should have jobs. Our people should be able to, the men should be able to get to work and pay their children's school fees. They're supposed to have dignity in their labor, in their own sweat, just like you. So I can have that conversation. If you need to have a public intellectual discourse, I'm ready for that. And if you don't listen to anybody calling and cursing you, they have no curse for you. They're cursing themselves. Those are people who are lacking the intellectual attitude to be able to conversate with people, because those 2-letter words and 3-letter words should not matter to you. You don't know your mom.
Thank you.
We are proud that you're an advocate, and we stand with you. I will stand with you till the end. Until George, we have to do what is right, and he will do what is right, because sooner or later you will wake up and find that most of these people are circle fences. They're there to step in reach, and they are not telling him what is right. We don't expect him to have everything. No man has monopoly on knowledge. That's why we are here. And we will continue to speak. Those of us who are specialized in different areas, we will get pointers. We will show him the pros and cons, why he should do that, why he shouldn't do this. Sooner or later, hopefully, the light will come on. Thank you, Abraham, for all that you do. Do not be deterred.
Thank you.
Nothing will happen to you. We're here. Thank you.
All right. Let's do this one. Caller, what is the name and where are you calling from? Welcome to the Abraka Talk Show.
Emmerich, calling from Maryland. I just have one question. I've been listening. The honorable man, Tingbe over there. Why does he think that his salary is not a public discussion? Why does he think that, or he cannot reveal his salary? You see, these are some of the problems we are having back home, because as a lawmaker, he doesn't even know his rights. He doesn't even know what needs to be public, what needs to be private. He just stated that his salary is not something that is open up for discussion. And I was baffled by that remark, because it's a public record.
Honorable Timon?
His salary is not a public discussion.
Hello?
Why does he think that, or he cannot reveal his salary?
Yeah, quickly to the issue.
Because the lawmakers, he doesn't even know.
We are getting feedback from your receiver.
Salary is not, sometimes.
So bad for us. Look at this one. Caller, what is the name and where are you calling from? Welcome to the Abraka Talk Show.
Good morning, AB.
Morning.
I'm calling from Pennsylvania State College. Yesterday, I came, I make my point here, and I thank you very much for allowing me to use your platform to express myself to the people. Yesterday, I gave you the analysis, and that analysis was I laid out talking about.
Please hold on. We have a caller on the line, Honorable.
The law continue to be.
I got limited meaning now. That's why I just wanted to do my last calling.
Okay, caller, low for you. Right there, I'll take the Honorable. Let him make his last point. Honorable, take man quickly.
Yeah, I just really admire the lady who just spoke before the other caller spoke, who says she's from Nimba. And I can tell you that at the legislature, it's not an individual who works as a body. We work on a budget. We are not implementers of budget. We work on the budget. And we do the appropriation. The executive is the implementer. Why do you think we give huge amount of money? You know how much money we give to public works for road maintenance and and construction and things? You know how much we give to the Ministry of Education that's supposed to be building our schools? You know how much money we give to the Ministry of Health that's supposed to be building the hospital and clinic? And if you check the statistics, a lot of schools, when we were there, a lot of schools were built across the country. A lot of clinics were built across the country. Even how you think the JFB Memorial Hospital in Tapeta came in existence? That was the work of the legislature. We did the appropriations, okay? And other health facilities were built. So we gave the money, we only approve. We are not implementers. And sometimes you say, why you didn't do this? Why you didn't do it? Me as a representative, I don't control budget. I make appropriation. When I make appropriation, it is the executive that executes the budget. The only thing is to provide the oversight. If this thing is not happening, then we'll question you why this is not happening. And the only most popular answer we used to receive is that there is a budget shortfall. There is a budget shortfall. Okay. So if those who collecting the revenue are telling you that there is a budget shortfall, the revenue was not collected. The representative is not. We build our investigation on documents that are presented to us, and we conduct our investigation. So if you say there is a budget shortfall, that's why the other project were not implemented. What does a representative do?
Okay.
What does a representative do? What does a representative do with that? So this is a cycle. All of us have our own constitutional responsibility. Our responsibility, we make law, we make representation on behalf of our people, and we provide oversight. These are our three responsibilities. The executive implements, the judiciary is there to interpret the laws. These are the responsibility of the
Honorable Tima, do you agree that we should have an economic and war crime code in our country? Do you agree that we should establish an economic and war crime code?
Why you want to establish an economic and war crime court? Why do you want to deal with court? We already have a court here, a judiciary system here. Why we want to spend all of that money? Why did we establish the
but the money will not be coming from you directly. The money will not be coming from you directly.
No, I'm saying why cannot the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission was it's an integrity institution. We have other integrity institutions around here. Why don't you make use of it? Why is it that even the one that you say the international community will come and spend the money, while they cannot pump the money into the Anti-Corruption Commission to be a very independent body that will execute its mandate? Why don't we do that? Why would we want to establish a court? We'll have it because there's a court system here.
The court system that cannot be trusted because the way in which things have been done.
In other countries, which are the countries around us that got economic crime code there, not international economic crime code there? Do you see it in Ghana? Do you see it in Ivory Coast? Do you see it in Guinea? Do you see it in Nigeria? Why you want to have
other people were arrested in other parts of the world for massive corruption. So are you not convinced that there was a corruption in our country?
I'm not saying that there's no corruption here. Everyone, you need to understand what I'm saying here. I'm not saying that there's no corruption here. I'm not saying that those who are corrupt should not be prosecuted. That's not what I'm saying.
But you are not in support. You are not in support of the War Crime Code and Economic Crime Code.
An international code, for economic crime. Why you want to establish an international code for economic crime? Okay, you're committing a crime in Liberia. Why the Liberian law cannot deal with you here? The Liberian law. That's why we have the laws on the book. Those who are placed there must be given. That's what I'm saying. Those who are placed in those positions of trust must be given the political will to exercise, their responsibility, their constitutional responsibility or statutory responsibilities. They must be given the opportunity to do so. So you don't need, international economic, or crime court here. You have a court system. The court system can deal with it. The money you want to use for the international community, to use to establish an international, economic crime court here. Why don't you, empower the Anti-Corruption Commission? That is an integrity institution here to deal with.
Do you support the War Crime Court?
To be a very independent institution to deal with those issues according to our Liberian laws.
Do you support the War Crime Court for our sisters and brothers that were murdered, for people that were killed during the civil unrest?
The issue of War Crime Court, nobody can say do not establish a War Crime Court here. And I think these are things that need to be put on the table, for people to discuss and develop the pro and con of it. And what do we hope to achieve out of it? If that is done, and also there was an issue of the TRC recommendation. Why did we put the TRC recommendation in place? The TRC, we put money there, and that was done. Why the TRC cannot be implemented? Even let's take for President Salih. The TRC hoped President Salih to ban her for 30 years. To suppress that until she's out. Now she's out. The TRC, whatsoever decision you take, with respect to the TRC recommendation, can it affect her now? So if you establish now, at the time President Salih was there, nobody established it. You establish it now to affect the other people. Okay? So are you doing justice to them? You're not doing justice. So if you affect everybody, can you ban President Salih 30 years in politics now? She's politically exhausted. Okay? They didn't affect her. Why you wanted to affect the other people? So what do we hope to achieve from it now? But there is no way that anybody can say don't establish a war crime court. That's what the TRC recommended at the time. And it should have been implemented when President Salih was here.
So President Salih left. Okay. It was not implemented. So we have new fresh hands.
Yes, he left.
We have new fresh hands.
Because it will not be fair. It will not be fair to to the other people. Those who are for own punishment, Sam has is not active again. Because she's completely out of politics, because it says she should have been banned. If she's guilty, she should have been banned for 30 years. So if they come now, she's banned. What punishment do you give to her? But the other people that are here, maybe it will affect them one way or the other. But what effect will they have on her too? Because they all contributed to the war. Okay? That's what the TRC said. You did not implement it. And others who it should have affected, they have gone out of the hook. Then you wanted to affect other people. It's not a justice.
Okay.
So it will be a selective justice. You only wanted to affect other people, but you didn't want it to affect the others. Why? So we have to be very objective here. So the issue of war crime code, this, that, the thing. The Liberian government, can make a decision on that.
Okay.
But this is my personal opinion on it. This is my personal opinion on it.
Thank you, Honorable. Thank you. We have a caller from Tanzania.
Yeah.
Caller, what is the name and where are you calling from? Caller from Tanzania.
Yeah, I'm calling from Dar es Salaam.
Dar es Salaam. Quickly to the issue, Chief.
Yes. Yeah, I'm calling from Dar es Salaam.
Yeah, go ahead. You have the platform.
Yes, I just want to know that we are all Liberians. Get me? So when we get into the issue, we should be fair enough that we all can get the platform very right. Me, I'm speaking Kolokwa, I'm speaking Po.
Speak your Kolokwa, yeah, Papa.
Sorry to say. Yeah, sorry to say. We all Liberians, you know, we have been watching your show a lot, you know what I'm saying? Me, I have never voted in my life before. I never even know what they call ballot box. So we all Liberians have to listen to one another. Sometimes you have to be on the wrong side, sometimes you have to be on the right side. So you cannot always be on the opposite side. Sometimes someone want to give the view, you cut them out. Sometimes if they're insulting, you have the right to cut them off. Get me? Or if they're not insulting, when they're dropping to the point, you have to give them a chance to elaborate. Yes, we all know that the issue in Liberia is that we all need better life in Liberia. We need better life in Liberia. But we cannot be criticizing at the same time. We don't show them the exact things that we criticizing on. We should, if you get evidence, bring the evidence to us. We are living abroad. You understand? We will know how to see things. But you're saying that only the Elton Jones, this, other one, this, that. We are listening to these people and we are taking what they are telling us to. And some people who don't understand like what we think, they will copy what people are saying is true, all is lie.
Okay.
So we're all in America, brother. And let's try to say one thing. They have Ghanaians, they have Nigerians, they have other nationals. They don't on Facebook castigating in Liberia. You can talk about the issue. We don't talk about George Weah.
Okay.
We're not talking
Thank
about
you.
Ellen Johnson Sally. We are talking about Liberia.
Okay.
So that we head to the issue. They have a lot of inventors, Ghanaian inventors, they have a lot of Nigerian inventors in America, but we don't have nothing about Liberia. But we don't hear about Liberia that they are this only people then to Liberia or not no improvement. How can you come about Liberia then the Liberian man is better than you from America?
All right. Thank you.
So you have to be an example for us. You have to be an example for us. Because you see how to say last thing, you see lies, you're sleeping on lies, you see many things there. Your life will improve. So you have to tell us something that will live on, that will copy from you people. You say, oh, this one.
Thank you.
No.
Your 2 minutes has elapsed. Thank you. I'm sorry. We have to take other calls.
No problem. Thank you.
Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? Welcome to the Abraka Talk Show.
Yeah, I'm Josh Gibson. I was on the line when they gave the
sorry, quickly, Chief. I remember now.
Yeah. But you want to rush me, but since you're thinking.
Oh no, take your 2 minutes. Take your time.
Okay.
You have 2 minutes.
Yeah, yesterday I spoke on the issue. I'm Josh Gibson. I'm calling from Pennsylvania State College. Yesterday I spoke on the issue. I raised a concern regarding to political parties, and I gave an analysis on CDC was in opposition. I said on serious occasions that CDC took matter to court. At the aside the first instance, when the 2005 election did not go in favor of CDC said that they were cheated, and they took the issue to court. And then the ruling came against CDC. The second thing, CDC took the matter to court when the President Seri appointed the city mayor for Grand Cheetah County. CDC also took that matter to court because there was a breach of constitution. Now, my point is, like you in the civil society, we see a bigger platform from political institutions in Liberia. We have over 26 political parties that contested, and CDC became victorious among these 26 plus political institutions. What is the action of these 20 political institutions that you continue to flag the issues that President Weah is in the constant habit of breaching the constitutions, and they are not taking matter to court? Do you think the huge number of these political parties that they have people in their constituents, and you as a single individual and few in the diaspora in Liberia, that about I think 6 or 7 persons that continue to flag the issue, would you think that the public would take you serious? I'm sure they will not take you serious because the people cast the ballot for political institutions which you voted for, and these institutions are not taking matter to court where they see President Weah is making the mistakes. So I want to say to you on this platform again, it is not a serious fight you are fighting. You are fighting a losing battle.
Thank you, Chief.
Because the only person that is close with authority to interpret constitutional breach is the Supreme Court of the Republic of Liberia. We interpret whether the president is in an error or not in an error.
Thank you, Chief.
So give me a chance. I mean, since you can't go on your platform twice, you have the time. So if you want to call me, or you can call me on because
I just said to you, you have 2 minutes. You say I'm fighting a losing battle. You say I'm fighting a losing battle. Why call yet when you know that I'm fighting a losing battle? Don't take this one. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? Welcome to the Abraka Talk Show.
My name is Alexander Doe. I have 1 or 2 questions for your honorable. One here is that the guy who called from Australia trying to ask how much do the lawmaker make, and he trying to dodge the topic and preach around everything that we are not interested. We don't want to know how much he make because the common man over there, they always say that they're there for the people. We are there for the people. We are there for the people. Whenever they get there, the people suffer and they enjoy. So we expected him to tell us, gentlemen, for your listening audience, lawmaker make this, the pardon that this, the gas allowing that this, and you guys get a total. All over the world, America, Germany, Ghana, Guinea, everywhere, we know how much lawmaker make. But in Liberia, I don't know whether that part of society or that juju or that what, nobody can tell you. They will say around this, about this, something this. That lawmaker will never tell you. We don't want to know how much he make. We just want to know exactly how much lawmaker make there. get all the different breakdown. He should not say that he own a farm and he a good man and he do a farm and stuff. No. Common men are suffering over there. They always say that we there for the people. They are not there for the people. So let him come back. He should not beat around it. Myself want to know this morning how much the lawmaker make in a house. I know that salary is small, but all the small pattern, let him get all the breakdown. We all got pen and paper this morning and waiting for the get all the breakdown. We write it down and think. He's not there again. Why he's so much he got to hire? He's not making the money again. What so much he got to hire?
Okay.
So thank you.
Thank you, Chief. We will continue to speak on the issues. I will cut you off when you call here and don't want to make a point. Also because opposition political party did not flag the issue, so myself should not flag the issue. We should sit down. And then you say we're fighting a losing battle. I am about to show you something for you to see. You will see from the investigation what the police spokesman said about this child. And you be able to analyze for yourself whether the government is in the interest of us or not. Now take this caller, and then we'll show the clip. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from?
I'm Christopher calling from Rhode Island.
Quickly, Chief.
Yeah, I just want to speak to one of the caller and to the representative. If you know this brother is fighting a losing battle, why do you call on the show? You guys should stop calling because he's fighting a losing battle. Stop calling and form your own show that you will fight a successful battle.
Thank you, Chief.
Because the masses, they don't know their leader. When people talk for them, they see you as the bad person, but the people that spawned up from them, they see the people as
a hero.
They see them as a hero. They celebrate wrong people. And then also to the lawmaker, all right? So the lawmaker was just asking you a question that why would people go against Ellie now? What would they get for Ellie? All right, then to the lawmaker, when you guys were there when the TRC recommendation came, why didn't you guys hold the TRC recommendation to the president? You guys, everybody was mute about the process. The TRC recommendation came in Liberia. The lawmaker was there. The judicial system was there.
Taking brown envelopes.
About it. Everybody was mute. Everybody was dancing because they were enjoying. I listened to the last caller who just spoke. The lawmaker, someone will go into that place, someone will go into the office of representative or senator or whoever. You will see them, they will be very broke. But when they're coming out as a celebrity. Someone is coming out owning homes, owning lands, owning infrastructure, building schools, building commercials or clinic and every other thing that they do. But before they go there, they never had those things to their disposal. All right? So Liberia need an economic crime code. Liberia need
war crime code.
Bring a war crime code and bring all those perpetrators to justice. You're talking about why do we need an economic crime code? We need an economic because we don't trust the judicial system. The judicial system is not working for the people. You talk about the TRC. I mean, you talk about the commissioner, I know corruption commissioner working. The head of the commission was appointed by the president. How can that person be trusted?
And he has to serve the way and pleasures of the president.
Thank you. We need somebody that comes from outside that will see it from a broad spectrum and be able to look. How much investment is it going to take for Liberia to move forward? You were talking about Ghana, you were talking about Nigeria. Do Liberia economy can be reconciled to Ghana and Nigeria? Right around the corner Guinea, right around the corner Sierra Leone, right around the corner Ghana. And if you go to those places, it's like it's any part of Europe. Our people's lives need to be developed. So nobody should come here and be singing Sibo song that we're going to listen. But everyone, you guys fighting a good fight. But like we always say to you guys, if the president is doing well, let us praise the president for doing well. When he's doing wrong, let us talk to him that he's doing wrong, and let us be objective. And that's my point. If he's doing wrong, we tell you that you're doing wrong. We love you as a Southern Star. We now see you as our president. We will employ you as being our president. But when you're doing wrong, hey, we will tell you that hey, you're doing wrong, senior brother. And the lawmakers in Liberia, they are not trusted. No, they are not just trusted because they don't mean well for the people.
They pass laws to improve themselves.
Having oversight and having this, having that. They're making laws that benefit them. Let you declare a salary. They will not declare a salary. They will not declare a salary. Not one day, not one of them will say they're making. You say I make, and if you put everything together, I'm making like 10,000. No, now you put everything. You've been working maybe whether 6 years, whether 12 years you work. You know your salary. You know your exact salary. We're not talking about other incentives. We're not talking about other things that you get. You know. Declare your salary. That's it.
Thank you, Chief.
Liberia, they say Liberia is poor, but they make more in our country than people out here in the diaspora. So they should not come and think we are clown, we are fool. No, we're not.
Thank you.
So that's my input I want to make, Chief.
Thank you, Chief. We're about to take this one so you can know what the government is doing when it comes to the investigations of Tara Brown,
which occurred Monday in the Dupo Road community. Journalist Tara Brown, formerly of Super FM. On Monday of this week, the airwaves were saturated and the newspapers were saturated with reports of Johnny Brown's mysterious death. There were too many assertions as per the death of this journalist. Some individuals pointed fingers to the government.
Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? Welcome to the Abraka Talk Show.
I'm Kamara and HR, calling from Kenya.
Calling from Kenya. Quickly to the issue.
Yes, I just want to know, my brother, I just want to know we are all Liberian and what you are saying is true. You getting me? The Liberian people is hearing you. The Liberian people is listening to you. But they have a lot of people in America there who left from Liberia. They've been in America there for so many years, 10 years, 15 years. So they didn't come back here to improve their brother's life in the Liberia. The Liberian people is not complaining on them to say, oh, we are hungry, we are hungry. In Liberia, you don't have one talk show in Liberia. Liberia on Facebook, you don't see no talk show from Liberia that people criticizing government or people telling that we are hungry.
You want for the people to be killed?
No, they have FM in Liberia that saying the truth all the time. They have True FM, they have many other stations that say things that
the president, the government just suspended all of their lessons. You are informed that the president referred to us as enemy of the state. All those that criticize the government, they are enemy of the state.
I wonder how you make your because the people in Liberia are not complaining on. I always watch on Facebook.
All right.
And give me chance. Let me talk to my 2 minutes, brother. At least give other people more than 2 minutes to talk on America there. Because it's not for America alone. If it's for America alone, then the only thing.
No, sir, you're calling from Kenya. You have the right to talk. 2 minutes. Go ahead.
The issue is for everybody. You know what I'm saying? For only America people. Where America people are.
No, the show for everybody. My brother, all the thing that you're talking, your time is going. Go strictly to the point and address. Absorb your 2 minutes.
Okay. Well, war crime code me war crime code. War crime code is not about being war crime code. It's been war crime code for nothing. For 1847, you remember the current 70th chief, the Kungapo K in Sano country. Do you remember? Mr. Kamara, you remember the 70th chief they killed they executed in Sano County? Do you remember G12 went to 7 in Ezra? Do you remember? Do you know how we see people, the native people? If you're a native man, AB Kamara, you're a native man. You want your own agenda, not what people agenda.
That's the reason why we say we want war crime code, because all these people that were killed.
You're well new in Liberia because you come to America. It cannot make need for you. Liberia can make need for you. Let me tell you. So the people who are maybe they want to encourage you to put your knee in front. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow we cannot trust you tomorrow to run our show in Liberia. If you're sincere to us, tomorrow you can run our show. You know what I'm saying? If it's somebody that people can look after. Or if the people, people already in the Liberian politics. You know, say the young men that you face stay fresh in the Liberian politics, in the Liberian media. You should not spoil your face, my brother, because the people in Liberia are really complaining. This is hard.
Who told you?
In Kenya here now. In Kenya now, brother, if you go in the supermarket, you carry $100 in the supermarket. You cannot bring anything back home. $100 US you can in the supermarket.
Our own way carry you can bring chicken feet home.
So 50%. Even chicken feet is a major food in this country. Chicken feet, people eating chicken feet is a major food in this country. In the supermarket, they sell chicken feet in the supermarket. Yeah,
that's the reason why.
Major food. They even said it all in the major entertainment area. After drinking, you eat a chicken feet with spicy. All in the brother, chicken feet is a major food in Africa, even in Europe.
Along with mosquito coil.
Mosquito, I mean, mosquito coil right in the country. That's all. Mosquito coil right in this country. Mosquito right in my room.
Thank you. Look at this one. Thank you. Thank you, Chief.
Okay, bro. Thank you too.
Our last caller. Caller, what is the name and where are you calling from? Welcome to the Abraka Talk Show.
Thank you, Abraham. I'm Rose. I'm calling from Columbus, Ohio. How are you this morning?
Not bad, Rose. Quickly to the issue.
Yeah,
you are our last caller.
I just want to respond to the guy that just called and said people in Liberia not complaining. Let us stop being wicked to each other. People in Liberia complaining. He cannot tell me say his family not calling him and begging him for money. You understand? They have a boy by the name of Tumete. He always on Facebook from Liberia and explaining the condition they are going through in Liberia. He heard about the U.S. He know the unemployment rate in Liberia.
Very high.
He is complaining. He know the health condition. Before I leave, my friend was sick and they took her to redemption. For coming all of her mouth. You know that the people never test her and they send her family to buy medication before they can test her. No better.
People go to hospital in my country, they can send you outside to go buy drugs to local pharmacy.
Before they can test me, no better, no food. The people ain't get nothing to do. They're dying from hunger. They see where they were suffering with anytime. See now they getting better.
People are suffering now more than World War I, World War II.
It's not easy. You get a U.S. rate at 160, and then you come here and say the people not complaining because you love George Weah. I know you love George Weah, Papa. But the people complaining. The people not have one system like us in a Western world that we can be on Facebook. Even during the election, how many people you saw from Liberia having Facebook live running campaign for George Weah? Everybody was in the Western world that was running campaign for George Weah, Bwaka, and all the political parties. You hardly see people from Liberia because they don't have the opportunity you have. You understand? So thank you, Abraham, and for talking for the people. Those who want here, they will hear. Those who have good thinking, they will put their country first and see how best is for George Weah. George Weah is not more than Liberia.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Our very last caller. Caller, what is the name and where are you calling from?
This is Mustafa. I'm calling from Chedikashe.
Quickly, Mustafa.
I just want to make a comment.
You have to be snappy because I'm getting the feedback from your receiver. So you have to be straight to the point, address the issue. Our audience are listening to you.
I just want to address the issue about the guy who called from Kenya. Are you still getting the feedback?
You are better. Quickly.
Okay. I just want to quickly respond to the guy who called from Kenya. Hello?
Yeah, you live. Go ahead.
Okay. Like the guy who called from Kenya should know the difference between. The guy who called from Kenya should know the difference between supermarket and ordinary market. If you take $100 to supermarket, that makes a whole lot of difference. If you take $100 to ordinary market in Liberia, that is also another situation. Like, we know how things are expensive. We know the first class of commodities that are in supermarket instead of the ordinary marketplaces we have in Liberia. And now, if you take $100 to ordinary market in Liberia and you cannot bring home any good commodity or goods, then it is shocking. Like, you shouldn't be in Kenya and try to do that.
We lost him. We are not taking any more caller. Now we come to the very, very end. my good friend Patrick Horner. I salute you this morning. Our anniversary is coming around. The Abraka Talk Show anniversary is coming around. We have our cap also available. You can choose your color. Tell us which color you want. Inbox me and I will make it available to you. You just need to pay $35 and we will make your cap available in the mail. And whether you are in the US or outside of the US, even our fan in Liberia, we can assure you that you will be able to get the cap. The Abraka Talk Show is actually in full swing in the interest of our people. Josh Mananwia and the legs of other government officials refuse to declare their assets. What are we heading to? What really going on? 100 people have been given power, while warlord also been rewarded. Awarded, someone would say, with power. Good people have been rejected. I see the reason why the Heron Costa is even going. Heron Costa, good morning. Continue to do what you believe in. For us, we don't believe in this government. The way we see things going, we disagree many times, Costa. But when it comes to the issues of your life, making decisions to improve your life, that decision lies within your own hand. So we salute everyone. We say thank you to all those that continue to share our page. We are also available on YouTube. You want to watch the clip? Just go on YouTube and just tap Mzee Abraham K. You will see all our past clips on YouTube. You can also subscribe. And even including this one this morning will be uploaded on YouTube. With much I do that, I say thank you. And it was a good one being with you this morning. The next time you will see this face will be tomorrow morning. Coming to you live. My own sister, I say thank you, yeah. The Labyrinth people appreciate what we are doing. And we'll continue to do this job. This is the struggle we believe in. But if the need be, this is the struggle we are prepared to die for.